All right, it's Saturday. It's Valentine's Day. And nothing says love like taking apart a Narrow Gauge Bombardier from 1956. Dad and Aidan were working on the engine here, and Dad literally in the last couple of minutes here just gave Aidan the go-ahead to remove tires. So got a bunch of the tires going here. Aidan's probably going to be cleaning up the axles and checking for damage on anything that's here. What do you say there, Aidan?
We're waiting on engine parts.
Yeah.
The distributor's going to be 5 to 7 business days.
Yeah. So you might as well get going on this other stuff.
Yeah, it's getting all new bearings, races, and seals.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Can't even work on this cocksucker thing properly unless I have the tires off in that side.
Yeah. So the one side is will come off here soon enough with the tracks, and we'll go pop around on the other side.
We'll be able to take the tracks off if you block the other side exactly the same way.
I don't know if you can see that, but the axle seal is leaking pretty bad.
Oh, awesome.
If you go look behind the sprocket, somebody had smeared a bunch of RTX silicone,
Oh,
a gasket maker, all
Yeah.
over it. So
great. You got to clean up there. Okay. I'm coming.
Come here, Aidan. See where the fuel pump is?
I can't see.
oh,
Is it
See that
behind the
other-
tracks or what?
what's the deal with that fuel pump?
Well,
There it is, behind the tracks.
the
Because it makes sense to put it down there.
didn't even put a cap on it. It's empty. It's always this fucking cap here.
Anyways, they'll have the tracks on. They'll be moving all that stuff here soon enough. It's just you never know what happens when these machines roll into the shop. Turn off the radio. So, Aidan will pull off all the tracks here. You start looking at all these wheels and inspecting them. Hopefully they're better than the last batch here. That one's destroyed right there. I can tell you that right now. Done for. Even the tube has come out of it. So as long as we can salvage the rims, we have some chance at success. Hold on, I'll be right there. What now?
You remember how your dad said we were going to try and clean up that weld on the manifold?
Yeah.
And re-weld it and fix it, and it'd be just perfect.
Okay. What am I looking at?
Look underneath there.
Oh, awesome. Perfect.
I guess I'm going to be going on a mission.
Oh yeah, well, pull off those tracks and you'll be having lots of fun. Thank God you're around.
They did try welding.
Tears off, it's welded on. Take the rad out, the door out, and the motor out.
Okay, so it's yeah, so there's no easy thing here. That motor, everything's coming out just to make this work.
They brazed that hole. They tried to.
Yeah.
You can see the brass right near the
Do
bottom.
we even have spare manifolds? I thought I saw some around here, but
Not for this guy.
Too rocky to weld.
okay.
What are you doing? Well, this is off of the wheel thing.
Okay, well, you're waiting for a distributor. It's not like you got nothing but free time around here, right?
Well, I'm going to see tomorrow. I'm not going to come here. I'm going to go on a mission and see if I can get us some parts.
Okay, well,
I know what size block this is, so
pay for anything that's good, obviously. So, okay, so this is what these guys are on to here today, and we're going to keep on letting it do it. I got to sort some bearings, races, and seals here, and some other parts that came in. And this one looks flat as well. Hey, this tire?
well, it's right off the bead.
Thank God I got extra tubes and tires there.
No kidding.
Like lucky.
It's a shame they didn't have like a little bit more budget, because this could be a really nice machine.
Yeah, well,
As
got to
far
work
as,
within
like-
the budget though.
As far
All
as,
that
like-
wiring's got to come out. Like that's, my God, it's all
It's burnt. It's burnt. Ralph.
burnt and
Can't fucking
taped
use it.
and.
When we start cutting wiring, we're gonna go from here and see what those wires are producing. So just cut them all off.
Okay.
Budget is not gonna cover what has to be done.
Okay, I'll let these guys know.
This comes up,
Okay.
so I can take.
Providing we can get in far enough to lift it. Yeah. And they added this on.
Okay.
That's the track adjuster. That's how badly bent that one was. And look at the hole. It's oblong.
Wow.
And this is what the bearings and races look like.
Wow.
It's been a while since they got any grease.
Probably 40 or 1956.
So everything gets...
Okay, so Dad also indicated I got to buy some ski arms here, so I got to call Ryan Johnson immediately and get those shipped up the highway.
Sunday, February 15th. Aidan here filming again. Today I'm on a special mission to try and retrieve some parts for the 251 cubic inch flathead Chrysler engine that is in the 1956 narrow gauge that we're working on. That motor is pretty sick, so I'm going to try and find manifolds for it, possibly a carburetor, distributor, and maybe some other goodies. I know that there's a motor here. I'm not sure if it's the exact same one, but I've seen it before. It's way back in the bush in a old combine, and you can see we got quite a bit of snow. I'm wearing my snowshoes to get in here, and the willows are thick. I'm probably the first guy that's been here in 25 years, so we'll see how we make out finding the motor. Okay guys, so I made it to the barn. It was a good little hike there. It's definitely a little bit less structurally sound than I remember, but there's our combine. I'm gonna unhook and see if I can't still get to the motor compartment on it. Check it out. Okay guys, so I'm up at the motor compartment, and I think we're pretty safe up here. Some of the trusses are sitting on the roof of the combine, so we got a good jack stand set up there. I had to fuck around a bit to get the hood open because you couldn't open it straight up. But I do believe that this is the motor that we're looking for. I haven't read the engine code on it. It'll be on the left-hand side of the block right about there. It'll tell me what model it is and displacement and all that. And it looks like it's probably the same one from what I could read or research. For industrial applications, they use a 251 and like a 260 something. So it's either one of those blocks will work for us. I'm going to see if I can pull the manifolds off and distributor and whatever useful parts. And I'll check back later. Well, I pulled a stud out of this exhaust flange, and looks like that one went straight through to the, well, a water passage. But I pulled some paneling off so I could get in here a little bit easier. I got the carb off, and these nuts aren't seized or anything, so they're coming off pretty easy. I'm going to have to take it apart in one piece because these ones where the manifolds join are pretty tight. I don't want to break anything. And same deal with those ones that hook onto the exhaust pipe. I might have to bring my zip cut in here and just cut the pipe somewhere and take it all out as one unit. Yep. Okay guys, progress report. I got the distributor, the starter, ignition coil, carburetor taken off. I got almost all of the nuts off of the manifold studs, except for there's two down in here, right there, and they're pretty tricky to get at with a wrench. And stupid me, I brought in my little tool bag, the one thing I didn't have was a 9/16 deep socket, or socket with an extension. So I'm going to take some of this stuff I pulled off back to the car and look around. Maybe I have a 9/16 socket in there. I can come back and get that. I'll also need to bring my zip cut back here to cut the tailpipe, because there's no way that those bolts are coming out. Okay guys, here's the deal. I went back to the car and grabbed my Sawzall and cut the tailpipe off about a foot below the manifold, and that'll give us lots to weld onto. I got all of the stud nuts off except for one in there. I have to use a socket, which stupid me, I didn't have with me in 9/16. So I'm gonna go home. I have to recharge my headlamp. I'll bring my dead blow hammer, a little pry bar, and I have a low profile impact driver. I'll see if I can rattle that last one loose, bring all this stuff home with me tonight, and then tomorrow me and Gary can work on swapping these parts out. So wish me luck. All right, fellas. Well, it's currently 10:43, and I ended up having to drill out the head of that bolt that's in there, because no matter how much I heated next to the block, this thing was just completely seized. And these bolts are pretty soft material, like you drilled through it like nothing, and you can tell I rounded over pretty bad. So if I was at the shop, I could have just knocked it out with, oxyacetylene, or welded a nut on it, or used a burr, or any number of things. But when you were out on a remote rescue mission like this, your options are limited. I'm just happy that I got that out. Hopefully this manifold comes off easy and we can get the fuck out of here. All right, well, after an all-day affair, finally got that manifold off, and no cracks in it from what I can tell. It looks really nice, so I'm going to pack this up, get out, and tomorrow we'll see if we can put this on the Bombardier. Right on.
It's more just a show and tell day. Dad did a little bit of work here today. Not much. But Aidan's taking the day off to go look for new motor for this machine. Says he knows where there might be a new motor. This motor is kaput. It's done. Showed you guys yesterday. Manifolds are all cracked and got holes in it and whatnot. So Aidan's on a bit of a expedition today to see what he can go and find. It's all about just getting these machines operational. Nothing's pretty in all this. And what do you think, Peter?
He's a bit of a fixer-upper.
A bit of a fixer-upper, yeah. And then, so as long as these things can run, they're going to go out the door. And so Bombardier repair and restoration is expensive enough. These guys are on a very, very, very fixed budget. And Dad's going to try and help them out as much as he can, but we're going to come down on the wire on the budget, just like we did on the red for these guys. And but they're already further ahead. Randy's going to come back in, and we're just going to get him to cut all the wiring and quit fooling around and get started on that. So we'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's a holiday here in Manitoba, Le Real Day, and so I'll likely be back tomorrow afternoon. Okay, bye. Charles in charge and Schooner shop dog. My old peckerheads. Schooner's been out at the lake, living out there. My old dog is kind of getting hard to get up in the morning here. Hey, my old dog.